happy to hear that you have beautiful sons as well. They keep me on my toes, they're quite naughty.
Hello, beautiful people. So, King Henry the Ninth and Queen Meghan the First. I know many of you are laughing, saying that that's not ever going to happen. Really? Really? Prince Harry is number 5 in line to the throne. And you're telling me that's not ever going to happen. Let's explore this and why it's more serious than we think. Depending who you ask, you will get the answer that it takes years for Parliament to do something. Or this is up to Parliament, or this is up to the king. The monarch can't do anything. In order to alter the line of succession, it takes years. It takes years for Parliament to, they haven't even done the second reading of the title, removal of title bills. Because, of course, every time you talk to somebody and every time you hear a royal expert, they will tell you it takes years, it's complicated. It's an act of Parliament, people, that's what you hear all the time whenever royal reporters or people who want to deter us or you from doing something that's actually productive, or to justify the fact that neither the king nor Parliament have done anything to sort things out. I had the pictures you read, those are directly from the Regency Act. I'm going to explain to you right now very briefly because I don't want to bore you with too many things. Okay, a regent is appointed when, for example, let's say that King Charles were to die tomorrow along with Prince William. So basically, immediately Prince George would become a monarch, but an underage one, which means that he would need to have the next in line as the regent, basically making being the monarch, acting monarch, until George reaches 18 years of age. I know, I read it online. Oh, that's going to be Catherine. It doesn't work that way. It's the next in line, as per the line of succession, who would become regent. And because George's 2 siblings are younger than him even, it would fall to Harry. Yes, it would fall to Harry as the regent because he's the next in line of succession. So, and I know many of you say that would never happen. Really? Really? Okay. Now, as Counselor of State, I've also posted there, and it's highlighted under red, that in order for Harry to be listed right now as Counselor of State, he needs to be in the country. Legally, as per the Act, at the Counselor of State, as stated in the Act, he shouldn't even be mentioned because he's not in the country. Yet, they're still mentioning him as Counselor of State, in spite of the fact that he's not physically there. Now, domicile, residency, and citizenship are completely separate things. Harry, as a person, you can only have one domicile. You can have many residencies, but only one domicile for life, which you can renounce and change. Please go back, pause, and read everything I've left there so you can understand what I'm talking about. Domicile is your place of origin. You can have a domicile of choice, but that's very complicated to get rid of, especially in the United Kingdom. The reason why Harry is suing the United Kingdom for security is because he insists that the United Kingdom will always be his home. He's not speaking for sentimental reasons because we know he despises the United Kingdom, the Commonwealth, the monarchy. But he's saying it because he knows he's not stupid. He's not that stupid. He knows that he needs to be and remain domiciled in the United Kingdom. In order to be a counselor state, you need to be domiciled in the United Kingdom. In order to be listed as a current counselor state, you need to be present in the United Kingdom, which is not. So, yes, he should be named as a possible, he is, in theory, a counselor state. But he can't be named as such because he's not in the United Kingdom. Because for it to be true, for him to be listed as the next counselor of state, he needs to reside, not only be domiciled, but he needs to reside in order to be able to jump into the duties of the king where it needs to be. This is the kicker. Are you aware that Prince Harry can actually sue Parliament if they want to remove him as counselor of state? He can sue them because those are his legal rights as it is right now. He can't sue them unless they pass an act or another bill, or he's permanently removed from the line of succession, him and his descendants. Why does that matter? Why, you know why people are not looking beyond? I know we're getting caught up on Meghan Markle's age and, oh, they're having this power family meeting in September. Why do we care? That is just distraction. People should be asking, we should be asking, why are Parliament and the monarchy not doing anything to actually sort this out? And people are saying, hooray, hooray. They remove His Majesty, His Royal Highness, a couple of sentences that were still there on a website. But officially, Harry is still His Royal Highness along. And because he is still His Royal Highness, so is Meghan. People are giving the excuse that if they remove Harry's Duke titles, then Meghan is going to be called Prince Henry. There's an even easier solution. You can actually also remove the Prince title, which can be done. It's not a birthright, as I've explained many, many times here. It is a title and style that he is allowed to have at the pleasure of the king or the monarch. Okay, there are letters patent when they granted those titles to Harry, Prince title and then the Duke title and the Earl title, because those have to be there. There's also one for Prince William. Prince Charles, his letters patent when he became Prince of Wales. It was not automatic he became Prince of Wales, no. The Queen made him Prince of Wales. Remember that ceremony? And there's a letters patent for that. So that wasn't his birthright. There's letters patent for everybody who are granted royal titles. Okay, so that's a letters patent, and that is at the will of the monarch. So for those of you who keep going on about a birthright, it's not. But we should all be concerned as to the following. Many of you go, oh, but Catherine will be the regent. According to the bill and to the law, no. It's the next royal in line, in the succession line, which would be Prince Harry. Yes, it would be Prince Harry, whether you like it or not. And if Prince Harry dies, it's Prince Andrew. And if we take whoever's point of view, because we hear certain royal pundits, experts, some other expert royal YouTubers saying, oh, but it takes forever. The king can't remove the titles. It would take ages to do this. If it takes that long, if it's such a complicated, long process, then you can bet your ass that Harry would be king, along with his Queen Regent Meghan Markle the First. Because whenever these royal experts want, or these royal expert YouTubers want, they say that Parliament can act quickly. But whenever they are fed some story that they want us to buy or the public to buy, they say it's very complicated. You can't have it both ways. Either Parliament has the right and the monarch can act quickly and sort things out, or they don't. So the questions we have to ask, one of the main question we have to ask is, why aren't they? Why aren't they correcting these terrible wrongs? Because Meghan Markle didn't happen by chance. Meghan Markle is irrelevant in everything. I've been saying this for ages. The reason why Meghan Markle is powerful is because she's allowed to get away with this, because the people are allowing her to get away with all this bullying, all this terrible, they didn't care of the damage she caused to the monarchy and the Commonwealth when she falsely accused everybody of racism, and Harry went along with it. Why is Harry suddenly backing out? Not saying that that family's racist. It's not my family. You don't know my family was. You don't know that family. Distancing themselves from that. Because there is this possibility. The only thing that's not possible is to live forever, guys, yet. Death is unavoidable. So when you are thinking that Harry and Meghan will never be close to the crown, think again. Because Harry is fifth in line to the throne. If anything were to happen to William, if, for example, William dies, the next in line to the throne would be George. If anything happens, this, of course, with Charles dies. And no, as per the law stands, and I know, I refute, and I ask you, if you're telling me that Parliament can act quickly, then why haven't they acted quickly right now to sort things out with Harry and Meghan? If Parliament can remove the title, why haven't they done it? God knows people have petitioned it, and Parliament has answered that it's up to the monarch to remove all royal styles and titles. So what are people waiting for? Can you imagine Harry and Meghan, King, Regent, and Queen, Regent? They would be capable of anything. I would fear for the safety of the remaining children of Prince William. So why aren't people acting? Why aren't people asking all these questions? Why? And you know why, I think? Because we keep getting fed all distracting stories. Harry's going to be at Dusseldorf. Why are they doing it a second year in a row in Dusseldorf? Have you ever asked why? Why don't they come to the United Kingdom to do that? Why don't they choose Paris? Why don't they choose others? Why is Dusseldorf lending themselves for these really embarrassing things? Invictus Games Foundation is now a business. It's IGF Trading Limited, making a lot of money. Where is that money going? Why Harry and Meghan registered Sussex Royal Foundation on July 1st, 2019. And the Royal Foundation transferred quite a lot of money into that, supposedly for the Invictus Games Foundation, because that was the remaining thing that they had. Yet, and then they did something called MWX, or I can't remember, which was another foundation. So they transferred the money from Sussex Royal to that MWX, which was later also shut down. So it's basically laundering allegedly of money, transferring from one place to another, hoping that there will be no distractions and nothing happens. I still haven't been able to get to who the board of directors for IGF Trading Limited is, because you only get the directors. You don't get the board of directors, which is a completely different thing. This IGF Trading Limited was registered on February 2017. Meghan Markle didn't just happen to the monarchy. Meghan Markle is there because very powerful people wanted her there, wanted her to create instability. And an idiot like Harry has allowed that to happen because he has an axe to grind. He is petty, and he's dumb. But what makes Harry and Meghan dangerous? It's the fact, this inertia about acting to remove any of the power that they have, any of the connections. Harry is still heavily featured on that royal website. Go look at the royal website. You will see Harry. You will see his long list of achievements, all made up, all given. And those 2 tours of whatever Afghanistan he did, he was always with major bodyguards. He was never in any danger. There's even one where they said that the compound was under attack and he pulled his gun to go fight with the soldiers. But no, like 20 SAS guards had to keep him bunkered in a bunker to keep his nasty ginger ass safe. So ask the questions. If Parliament takes years, which one is it? Parliament takes years to do something, or Parliament acts quickly? It can't be both. It can't be both. I've said before that whenever the Queen asked to have the succession line amended, the Succession Act amended, when she requested from Parliament to amend it from gender to primogeniture, which means who is born, instead of whether you're male or female, is who is born first. They acted very quickly. So why are they dragging their butts? Could this be that Charles wants Harry to be king along with Meghan because he's having too much friction with Prince William? You know, I have seen crazier things happen here. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it's just that certain things don't make sense. So should we get ready for King Henry IX and Meghan Markle I? Please leave your comments.